Hello there, welcome back to my views and news. One update and three news stories for you. Update is from Debre Tabor city in South Gondar. Debre Tabor mayor went missing yesterday, day before yesterday. What is the latest? Is he back in the town? Has he been released? Then three news stories. First one is about communication, a blackout in two zones of the Amhara region. Almost all telecom services have been cut off in these two zones. We have been seeing suspension of internet services for several weeks now. Complete telecom services suspension in two zones of the Amhara region. Secondly, a video for you since yesterday. This video is being shared showing some burning vehicles of Ethiopian military. Is the video from the Amhara region or is it related to the conflict in Tigray, 2-year-long war in Tigray? Lastly, East Borena zone of the Oromia region. There was a protest there yesterday. There was a protest on Thursday too. Police tried to disperse protesters on Thursday. Dozens were arrested on Thursday, but yesterday again people took to the streets in East Borena zone of the Oromia region. Firstly, viewers, Debre Tabor city, South Gondar zone. Where is the mayor? Well, the mayor was kidnapped, but it has been confirmed not by Fano fighters. He was arrested by security forces, but he has been released reportedly. It is being confirmed by people close to the mayor that he is not in custody. Why was he arrested? People say he was arrested for his speech at Amhara Regional Council meeting. He called for dialogue, he opposed the military operation and he criticized the military operation. That is why he was arrested, but he has been released according to most sources. Debre Tabor still volatile, Fano there, military there, Fano in control of large territories, but military trying to retake control of Debre Tabor city. Now, three main news stories. First one is about telecom services suspension in two zones of the Amhara region. Internet was suspended in several zones of the Amhara region weeks ago, but now complete telecom service shutdown is being reported. It means no calls, no SMS, no internet. Which two zones? North Wollo and South Gondar. In most big town cities of these two zones, we are receiving reports from these two zones that internet services, telecom, call service, SMS service not working. Why did the government cut off services in these two zones? Why not in other zones? Because most of the attacks by Fano fighters in the past 2 to 3 days happened in these two zones. Debre Tabor is in South Gondar. Heavy fighting there for the last 3 to 4 days. And the situation is still volatile around Debre Tabor. In North Wollo, around Kobo, we know that a convoy of Prosperity Party members was ambushed by Fano fighters. Then near Voldia, near Lalibela too, there has been reports of fighting on Lalibela to Sikota, Lalibela to Gashina road. This entire road, Gashina to Nifasmicha, Debre Tabor, is not under the control of Ethiopian military. Fano fighters have presence along the road and they carry out attacks along the road on convoys of military moving along this road. That is why military has decided to suspend all telecom services in these two zones. Obviously, it's difficult for people to communicate when there is complete internet services and complete telecom services shut down. Tigray remained under this shutdown for around 2 years. Military can communicate. Military officials, they have other means of communication too, apart from these telecom services. Fano fighters can communicate as well. They're not relying only on these telecom services to stay in touch, to coordinate. But that just shows the gravity of the situation in these two zones. And in these two zones, as I've been saying, Colonel Mohbao Fantahun's Fano faction is operating. Merevodajo is operating too in some parts of North Wollo, but in most parts of North Wollo and parts of South Gondar, it is Colonel Fantahun, Colonel Mogas Zigai who are leading the operations. So this Fano faction is really turning into a pain in the side for Ethiopian military. Military had to cut off the telecom services, but will it make any change? Will it lead to better control of the towns for military? That remains to be seen. So far, it just points toward the facts that things could deteriorate very rapidly in the Amhara region in some zones, it seems. Secondly, viewers, since yesterday, a video is being shared showing a vehicle of Ethiopian military set on fire. A convoy of the military came under an attack by Fano fighters, and then this video was captured there. And the other side, Tigray activists, they have been claiming the video is from Tigray. I tried to analyze the video. People can be heard speaking in the background. Are they speaking in Amharic or Tigrinya? It's not clear. Some Tigrinya words were heard from some people speaking in the background. One of the speakers was heard saying Abu Tsena, means stay there, which is a Tigrinya expression, I think, though the audio is not clear. It's difficult to give final analysis of where this video is from, because all videos are being shared, as I said in the last video, that several videos which are from Tigray conflict are being shared in social media, pictures too, as if they are from the Amhara region related to the ongoing conflict. A clip for you which is in circulation since yesterday, showing burning vehicles of Ethiopian military somewhere in Amhara. Yes, if these videos are emerging, it means that something is happening. All videos are not old videos. When we are reporting that Fano fighters are carrying out ambush-style attacks on the military, it means that, of course, military convoys are being attacked, vehicles damaged, destroyed, and some may be recorded on camera in videos too. So gradually we'll see more videos, because there is internet shutdown in some parts of the Amhara region, and now telecom services cut off in most parts of North Wollo, South Gondar. So it's difficult to get information, difficult to get real-time information, videos, pictures. Gradually you'll see more pictures and videos. Attacks are happening. That is what we can confirm. Military convoys are being ambushed by Fano fighters in different parts of the Amhara region, in Gojjam, in Wollo, in Gondar. No road is safe for military to travel alone. Any time, anywhere, these convoys can be ambushed. That is what is happening in entire Amhara region. Obviously, then maybe some of these incidents or the aftermath of incidents is being recorded, and we could see more videos in upcoming days. A clip for you showing burning vehicles of Ethiopian military. Reportedly, Fano fighters ambushed a convoy of Ethiopian military vehicles. Lastly, was East Borena zone of the Oromia region. Oromia region restructured some zones a few weeks ago, and we saw after that start of protests by some groups in Gojjam and Borena, which have been objecting to the new administrative setup in East Borena zone. There was a big protest on Thursday. People rejected the new administrative setup in Goro-Dola district. Police tried to disperse the protesters. Police used force. Several protesters were injured and dozens of protesters were arrested by police. But that action could not stop the people from protesting again. Yesterday, again in the East Borena zone, there was a protest. Dozens of people protested. More than 200 were part of this protest. Again, people chanted slogans rejecting the new administrative setup in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. So it's difficult for the government to enforce the administrative measures taken a few weeks ago. It's becoming difficult in southern part of Oromia, in East Borena zone, where we reported several protests in the past 4 to 5 months. Police used force to some protesters were killed and injured a few weeks ago, but still situation not under control in East Borena zone, Goro-Dola district. Injured people from Thursday's protests were shifted to hospitals where they received treatment. Some political intervention is needed to resolve the issue. 6-month-long issue, if it is not resolved, it could turn into a border issue, and you'll see then this issue, this dispute continue, and it will cost lives. You'll see it will turn into a sort of armed conflict. When these border issues are left untreated, left unresolved, later these issues turn into bigger escalation, and then conflicts go on for years. Let's hope things are resolved in East Borena zone of the Oromia region. Thank you for watching.